Hello everyone. Today is a different kind of video. We're going to be going over how we got where we are on JASMC. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. And a very small percentage of people who watch my videos are subscribed. Okay, so when we first started the server a couple weeks back, me and Duck had planned on moving in together and living together. So when we started, we found a desert village and we decided that we were going to have a small village breeder and a carrot farm. And so after we had set that up, we set up an iron farm, and then, well, that lasted about a couple weeks, and then Big joined, and Big was a friend of mine and Duck's from a different server. And so when he joins, me and him start collaborating on ideas for shops. He was opening another shop, so I decided to open an end shop. And I also thought about the fact that I wanted to do something different with this server that I hadn't done with other SMPs, and I decided on doing a psychic detective agency based on the TV show Psych. So I ended up talking about that and planning and getting a sign and everything just to find out that there's a one-stop shop restriction for right now, and that I would have to wait a bit before being able to open up the psychic detective agency. So I put those plans on hold and focused on stocking my end shop and helping stock the nether shop, as me and Big had decided we were going to co-own each other's shops. There's also a very important thing before I forget. Jeremy. Jeremy is a cult that I started on the server that is here to basically, I don't know what my plans are with it. I made a cult, and that was about it. I name a lot of my pets Jeremy. You'll notice I have a panda named Jeremy, and I have a couple pufferfish named Jeremy. Of course, I deny that it's a cult, but let's be honest, it's a cult. Anyhow, so after a couple weeks of living with Duck, me and him got into a fight because I accidentally killed one of his dogs while fighting a raid, and then, he killed my panda. And so after the owner of the server, Chaos, rolled it all back, got our animals back, because it shouldn't have happened the way it did, I moved out, and I moved in with Big, and that was a good and bad thing. I mean, it was bad because me and Duck were on not so great terms with each other for a bit, but we are fine now. And I got to move in with Big, which is really good because we got to do more farming and then raiding together. So we decided that, me and Big anyways, he lived right next to a mountain, so I thought, why don't we just carve out the entire mountain? Now, that would have been really annoying to get all the measurements and stuff right before we started doing it. So what we did was we covered the entire mountain with sand, and then we placed stone over all of that, and that way we could carve it out easier because once sand fell, we knew not to mine any further. And then, about a week and a half after that, we decided that we were going to make a bunch of farms. This wasn't a week and a half after. This is actually in the middle of us carving the mountain a bit before, too. He made this massive iron farm that went with our, after we made a village breeder, and it's super, super good. But we also made a creeper farm, or at least I made a creeper farm, that isn't as productive, but we're going to be extending soon. And that's about everything that's happened on the server. We do have some future plans, which is the psychic detective agency, and we are also planning on opening up a couple food shops and stuff once the run shop restriction lifts. And so we have some really big plans. Stay tuned, and honestly, I think you're gonna enjoy what happens next.